Hello, everybody. Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome back to the Believe in Iowa State podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Carter.
And I'm your host, Cody Vanciolo.
Cody, welcome back to the show. Today, we're going to take a look at Arkansas State. Um, man, Cody, I just have a question before we go in. This bye week has to come at the right time, right?
I would say yes, absolutely. I mean, Matt Campbell has said repeatedly his press conferences, like he has an argument for having the toughest stretch, like the toughest schedule. And I mean, there is some truth to. I mean, you look at the stretch that Iowa State's had up to this point. You have to travel across the pond, Ireland, to play in Farmageddon. You've had to come home to a pretty good FCS school in South Dakota. Then you had hosted your in-state rival Iowa, and now you got to go to Arkansas State, which is not the easiest road trip. And considering the weather that they're going to be playing in, it's going to be one of those games you want to just get on them early and then you want to get out. But this has been quite a stretch for Iowa State. They're being really tested, just kind of the depth and the physical and mental fatigue could be setting in on the guys. And I think this bye week does come at a good time for them.
Yes, it definitely does. Obviously, this is going to be just a hurdle right before the bye week. So obviously, they got to stay locked in. Obviously, I'm not really worried. We hear about letdown games, and hey, maybe I'm just being overly confident in my football team, but I just man, this team has just proved me wrong time and time again. We thought the same thing about, or how is this team going to respond when they come back? When they came back from Ireland, they came back with a 55-7 beat down in South Dakota. So I mean, I really think that this team is ready. And obviously, going a step further, um, Cody. I mean, do you think, just from a Big 12 standpoint, do you think that there's a chance that this league could get multiple bids?
I think it's going to be very difficult just with the way things have gone. But I think as long as the teams that are going to supposed to be at the top, as long as Iowa State, Utah, Texas Tech keep performing the way they are right now, I think they'll be fine. You just can't have any more teams that are supposed to be at your top really fall through. So you just need a couple teams to really just break away from the pack of the Big 12 and really set themselves as national contenders. So I would see Iowa State. We love for them to do that, but also you're looking at your Utah, Texas Tech, and TCU. All four of those teams need to just break away from the rest of the pack and not get caught in all the chaos that has been going on so far in the Big 12, like what's happened to Baylor, what's happened to Kansas State, what's happened to Arizona State. So I think there is a world where the Big 12 does get multiple bids. It just comes down to teams within the Big 12 really just breaking away from the rest of the pack.
Yeah, I completely agree, man. It's going to come down to, really, if there really can't be a four-way tie, honestly, for last year. I think there is going to be more of a hierarchy, and at least now Iowa State has a chance to be in that. But right now, we're going to take a look and a deeper dive into Arkansas State. Of course, that's why you guys are here. So we're gonna take that, share my screen, and we're gonna take a look um at that. All right. So we're gonna look at the team leaders. So here are the stats right now. Jalen Rayner is the who is the dual threat QB, 470 yards up to this point. Um, their leading rusher is Devin Spencer with 73 rushing yards. Receiving yards, Chauncey Cobb with 135 yards. Nigel Nelson with 18 tackles, and Avante Dickerson with one interception. So I mean, you saw last week, they played Arkansas for the first time ever, and because this is a game that they've been trying to come up with to schedule for years. They finally did, but they ended up getting beat 56-14 and gave up 600 plus yards, um, including over 300 yards on the ground. So I think this is definitely going to be a game where you see Iowa State definitely try to run the football.
Yeah, I mean, I've been hearing that like Arkansas State is among the bottom of run defense. So this should honestly be a day where you get your running backs going. You get Carson Hansen, you get Abu Sama, Aiden Flora, and Dylan Lee all going. And also, you would just want to get this is the day where you want to just like stomp out Arkansas State early. Don't make this game interesting and really get your depth, um, get it in the game and playing for a good amount of time because you heard how hot it is going to be, right? Down in Jonesboro.
Oh yeah, it's going to be 99 degrees at game time.
Yeah, so ideally, if you're Iowa State, you just want to get up on Arkansas State like 2, 3 scores early and not have to really worry about like, you know, getting your guys like fatigue, whatever, possibly risking injury because of how hot it is and things like that. So you just want to just get on Arkansas State early. Don't give them any hope, um, and just like get out of there, get in and get out and get into the bye week and get ready for Arizona on the 27th.
Yeah, man, that's really what how I see it. Because you look at the rankings of their points for and points again. They're giving up 40 points a game, which is dead last in FBS. So definitely, Iowa State has a chance to put some points up in this game. Is there a certain thing? Is there a certain thing that you want to see, or certain things that you want to see from this Iowa State team before they go into the bye week?
Um, yeah, I mean, just really clean up. There are some things you definitely like. Think we saw like that would I would like to clean up, like what we saw at Iowa. There's a few things we want to clean up. I mean, the number one thing I know people are talking about is as we talk about this week is the inability for Iowa State to stop a team after Iowa State's offense scores. Because we were hearing in the John Haycock press conference, he got asked about like so you get basically paraphrasing so that like after Iowa State scores a touchdown, the team that they play against, the opponent, immediately gets a touchdown, and it's happened 4 times uh, like this year so far. It's 4-4 where Iowa State scores a touchdown and then immediately gives up a touchdown on defense. So that's one
Hmm.
thing I know that John Haycock and the defense like really want to just like stamp, like really fix and work on. Is that so? That's one thing I do want to see. It's just us to have an ability to score a touchdown, not have to worry about immediately giving one up. And I think it just also part of it is the desperation of teams that they don't want to fall too far behind against Iowa State. So that's kind of fair. But yeah, that's one area that defensively I do want to see. And then for I guess offensively, just hit on those routes that like Rocco Beck missed last week. Because if Rocco Beck connects on some of those routes and we get some of those touchdowns early, we would have won Cyhawk by double digits. There's no doubt in my
Oh
mind.
yeah.
There would have been no chance for Iowa to get back.
Yeah, I think for me, two things I want to see. There's gonna definitely gonna be similar to yours. Defensively, yeah, I'd love to just see a stop right after we score the football, get a three and out, or just if it's a sustained drive, just force a fourth down. And I think my hot take, if you saw it earlier in the week, I said that I think this is going to be a game where we really see the receivers. I think this is a game where yes, we're going to run the ball, but I think this is where you're really going to see a heavy dose of Chase Soul and Xavier Townsend, really just to get this team ready for the stretch run for the for conference play for Arizona in a few weeks. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're at once we get into our Big 12 segment, that's what we're gonna have to talk about because Arizona has a Big 12 after dark game against Kansas State, and Kansas State's going to be a desperate team. So I can't wait to talk about that with you. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I mean, I guess for you, to wrap this up, um, what what is it gonna take? What are three things for you that are going to be the key for Iowa State to win this game?
I mean, I think we've said it like pretty much like throughout here earlier in the show. But number one, we just run the ball all over Arkansas State. Realistically, we just need to run all over them. We need to just take advantage of the weaknesses that Arkansas State have. We need to line up against what is seen as physically inferior um defensive line, because I think we did see that in the Arkansas State
Mm-hmm.
game. I think we just need to see our offensive line just absolutely dominate from start to finish and just run the ball all over them. Number two is the defense. And I mean, we did see Tamatoa McDonough really have his kind of his coming out party. And I mean, he still got a lot of go. And I think he said himself, the style game was not a breakout game because he knows he can do so much more. So I would love to see our defense like continue to have the aggressiveness that they had at the end of Cyhawk. Why don't we like put that aggression into the beginning of the game and just sustain it throughout the game? So it'd be nice. So getting to the quarterback, it's gonna be another thing. And number three, don't make this competitive. Do not make this competitive.
Yes,
Just blow them
please.
out early, and so that way we can sub in either Connor Mobley, Alex Mansky to keep Rocco Beck healthy, put in the second and third stringers, and let them get some reps.
Yes, I agree. Yeah. My three are start fast, of course. You don't want this to be a game to be going into the fourth quarter. I don't want that at all. I really just I want it to be a boring game like it was a few weeks ago against South Dakota. Not saying 55-7, but somewhere to where you get to see our depth in the second half. Number two is I want to see this run game um started up like obviously because we've seen this teams where they said that they have a bad run defense in like 2023, and there's games where they didn't show up. But I think that now that we're in the third year into Clanton, I like and plus this line has gotten best offensive line in the Big Ten performing last week. So the fact that we got a really big push against their D line really encourages me for the rest of the year. Obviously, um, our rushing yards really haven't been that impressive, but this is a chance to really shore that up and get some confidence going into conference play. And third, for me, is is to get the receivers going. I definitely would love to see our passing game improve. Not saying that there really hasn't been a problem with it, but involved because I think that like getting our receivers involved and them being able to convert on some of the catches, um, like I think that's going to take this team to the next level. So those are my three things. But another we're gonna do a fun exercise right now. Let's take let's really take a look into the Iowa State schedule. Cody, if you want to share your screen, I'll stop sharing mine. But let's really take a look into Iowa State's schedule. I really want to see what you think about the next few games and maybe see what we think going into these next few games.
Um, let's see.
There we
Okay.
go.
Yep. So obviously, Iowa State has so far is 3-0 in the year, ranked number 14 in the country. Have wins over Kansas State, Farmington over in Ireland, the 55-7 wins we mentioned against South Dakota, and keeping the Cyhawk Trophy in Ames in a 16-13 win over Iowa. Obviously, and then Saturday, we're going down to Jonesboro taking on Arkansas State, and then after the bye week, we have a 3-game stretch between hosting the Arizona Wildcats. That will be a whiteout game. So if you're going to the Arizona game, get your whiteout gear. So, I mean, there's a lot of good places to go for that. If you're in the Ames area, just I recommend Size Locker Room. There's also Barefoot, Rally House, and then if you're a student, go to the University Bookstore. They should have a lot of good whiteout gear. And if you're like in a Des Moines area, I know Shields is really good. So really get your
Old
whiteout.
folks, do not be hard headed. Wear white.
It's actually a good color, and it worked well last year. You saw last year, it worked so well, and I think it's because whiteout. It's like so much easier to do because like you can wear white with like you still have cardinal gold, but the main base being white. I think it looks good. I mean, let me see. Me personally, I did get myself another whiteout gear. I'll just show it on my camera. So I actually got
Okay.
this so I got this at the bookstore on what was it, Monday? So I've got like a
Oh,
got this at the bookstore here. It's got like an old Iowa State logo,
okay.
kind of looks like a baseball. So yeah, I mean this is just an example of what to get, but there's a lot of good white Iowa State gear. So get your white out gear before the game on Saturday. I'm going to assume it's going to be a night game like it was last year against Baylor. So
That
I
game is
wouldn't be.
probably gonna be a 6 p.m. game. I'm guessing.
Oh, dude, if you're going to that, oh my god, we could do all day tailgating. Let's go.
Cody, I'll be there. So yes, we're gonna be all day playing.
yes.
Duh.
That's all I wanted, honestly. All right. Anyways, so after hosting Arizona for the whiteout, it's road trips at Cincinnati and at Colorado, and then another bye week, and then back-to-back home games for the Cyclones as they host BYU on homecoming and host Arizona State in a rematch of the Big 12 championship, and then at TCU, another bye week, and then senior night will be against the Kansas Jayhawks, and the end of the season, regular season, will be at Oklahoma State.
All right, Cody. Let's give our thoughts. Like realistically, we'll just look at the next 6 games.
Yeah.
How how much of a chance are you giving us to win all these 6 games? Or what's your record? What do you think our record is going to be by the time we get to the KU game?
There is a world where Iowa State is 9-1 heading into Kansas.
Mm.
Our only loss would be at TCU. Just with the way TCU is looking right now, Josh Hoover looking really good. I'm not scared of Cincinnati, traveling to Cincinnati. I'm not scared of the Bearcats, realistically. I would have to see otherwise. And then at Colorado, it's winnable. I think we did say at the beginning in the preseason, if there was a road game where Iowa State would slip up, it'd be either at Colorado or at TCU. And I see us winning at Colorado being more favorable right now. And then BYU hasn't really, I mean, they've looked pretty good, but they haven't really played great opponents. I mean, considering they play Portland State and was it Stanford, so not really playing world beaters, but they still look not too shabby. And then Arizona State, man, I think Kenny Dillingham is going to get the guys refocused, and I think this will still be a pretty good game. I just think, imagine this game was like an matchup undefeated. Like if there was that world, that would have been nuts. And I'd assume that you would have to bring like College Game Day or something, or I don't know. That would have to happen, but
I
it
mean,
doesn't matter.
So for me, we're 3-0 right now, and that's what that's the next 6 games. I see anywhere between I'll say between 4-2 and 6-0 because the 2 games that I think I have us possibly dropping is at Colorado and at TCU, but I could see us also go 5-1 and only lose one of these, and then it could be TCU, or it could be one of the games at home, or one of these other games that we're not thinking about. But like you said, there's also a point where I could see us be 9-0, like
Wait,
uh, you
actually,
know.
that would put us at 10-0 if we were to go undefeated. That would put us at 10-0.
Oh, right. Sorry, I keep forgetting about this about Saturday's game. Yes, and we put us at 10-0. So anywhere between us being between 8-2 and 10-0 by the time we get to KU, I think is a realistic possibility. And like if we somehow find a way to win at TCU and we're 10-0, like oh my, if let Cody, I'll tell you this: if we're 10-0. I'm buying me and you tickets to the Big 12 championship game because we're basically a lock at that point.
Yeah, that's crazy. But I mean, yeah, I mean, let's see here. Except that would put like, okay, so yeah. I mean, look at the standings right now. I mean, we still have the leg up in the conference, so I think we'd be in a good spot. And like I mentioned, I'll take a look at like some of the teams. Like so, obviously TCU, that's one of the teams that we do have to worry about. What's crazy is we would have already played 4 games before TCU has played 1. or two,
Hmm.
excuse me. That's kind of nuts if you ask me. But I
It's
mean,
insane.
yeah, looking at the schedule for TCU, I mean, this is actually pretty doable. This is doable for TCU. I mean,
Especially when, yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
I say, especially when you consider they have SMU, they're hosting at Arizona State, Colorado, at K State, Baylor, and West Virginia before they have their off week and then come play us. So I mean, it's sort of like it's they're gonna be it's gonna be nice for them to be well rested before they play us because that's the week where that we're gonna be playing Arizona State. So obviously depending on what our record is going into that game, it could be this game could be a huge letdown and a letdown not as in like SCCU not being a good team, a letdown for us after an emotional spot against Arizona State.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, you talk about traveling to Tempe, Arizona, you host to Colorado. I mean, traveling to Kansas State, you got the rivalry, and then you're traveling to Morgantown. And I mean, just like one thing I look at the schedule, like we need to just do a diagnosis on Kansas State because what is going
Yes,
on with them?
yeah.
What
Honest,
is going on with them?
honestly, Cody, this game is sort of is like a save their season type of thing because in the grand scheme of things, even if they were to lose this game, like yes, they'd be 1-3 and 0-1, but you'd still have to. I mean, obviously, you'd be what you would have to win the rest of your games, but like it'd be huge for them to win this game because that's 2-2 on one. But you look at the schedule coming up. If they can go on a run, let's say they win these next 4 games, you're right back in the thick of it at 5-2 going into your bye before you have to go to KU. So if they I mean if any team can make a run, it's K State. But just I don't know with the way that they've been playing, I just don't see it happening. I do think they rebound on Friday though and beat Arizona, but this 4 game stretch is going to be crucial for them before their October 18th bye week.
Yeah, and I mean, trying to see what I mean. Just looking at that, Arizona. I mean, they haven't looked too bad. They haven't really played anybody, but yeah, this game is huge for them. Just hopping around here, and I think this needs to be said. What the? I mean, you would talk about Oklahoma. I mean, Kansas State being bad, but good God Almighty, Oklahoma State just got absolutely demolished at the Autzen Zoo, 69-3. Nice. Maybe not for Oklahoma State, but you get the point.
Right, right.
Oh, God. I mean, I think I'm hearing people calling for Gundy. They're calling for Gundy's job.
I mean, if look, okay, yes, it was bad that they lost to Oregon 69-3, but in the grand scheme of things, that was just one loss. And really, if you let a 66-point non-conference loss affect you for the rest of the season, then your team wasn't mentally strong to begin with. Because look, you can win this, you're 2-1, but hey, you got some shots the next few weeks. You beat Tulsa, you beat Baylor, and you beat Arizona. You go into Houston, what 5-4-1, 5-1. So I mean, they could turn around just like that for Oklahoma State. Now I don't know. I'm just saying hypothetically because I just quarterback wise, I don't know if I can believe that they can string together 3 wins in a row like that. But like that's the possibility is there.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I mean, yeah, things are not looking pretty rocky right now. Like in Stillwater and in Manhattan, but I mean, I guess if there's a place that isn't really too worried, I mean, right now, Texas Tech. I mean, they're taking care of
hmm
teams, and I mean, they got a match against Oregon State that I expect them to absolutely take care of. And then we get to the week after, which is during Iowa State's bye week. Texas Tech at Utah. Now,
yes, I can't wait.
mhm, yeah, I can't wait for that.
I can't
But
wait on Cody. This one, like.
Think of the implications this will have on the Big 12 rate, like the Big 12 race. And I don't know if we heard that was it Big Noon's going to Salt Lake City.
It is. They are going to Big Salt Lake City. Yeah.
All right. Back to so two big noon kickoffs for the Big 12 so far this year. It's safe to say that Fox and Big Noon really love the Big 12 schools.
Yeah. Especially with the whole Barstool and Fox um uh partnership. So here we are. We have a friend of the show, Cole. Here's what he thinks is going to happen. He thinks Arizona's
Oh,
going to win by 2 touchdowns, 31-17. We'll have to see about that, but
oh boy.
I wouldn't. I don't doubt him.
Mhm,
That'd be crazy, um, insane.
mhm.
But yeah, to further go into the show, you know what? We and that was basically our Big 12 segment. So we are going to give a thanks to our sponsor, FanDuel.
Yeah. Oh man. So once again, thank you, FanDuel, for being the presenting sponsor. I mean, I have to check my conference championship parlay, but I mean, FanDuel doesn't do just that. I mean, they've got a lot more. Obviously, NFL seasons is in right now, starting back up. So there's going to be a lot of NFL parlays. MLB is heating up because obviously it's the push before we get to October, and obviously college football is still going big. So I mean, the pretty good opportunities here for bettors. And I mean, Thursday night football is tonight. We have the Washington Commanders taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Yes, and I will be cheering for the Packers.
All right.
So let's look into the NFL, and then we'll look at the college football slate for this weekend, and then we'll look at the promotions, of course, like always. But we're going to let that load. But yeah, here is the slate for Thursday. It looks like Green Bay is a 3-point favorite. Oh, this game was at Lambeau. I thought it was at Washington. Over under is 48.5. Money line is minus 174 for Green Bay. Pretty good odds for money line if you want to bet Washington. So the over under is 48, and let's see if you look at this. Let's see what they have for same game parlays.
Um, Yeah, they gotta have. Yeah, I'm not surprised Jaden Daniels is on there. So is Debo Samuel. It still is kind of weird to see Debo not on the 49ers, but it is what it is. But yeah, you take a look at the anytime touchdown scorers, Debo Samuel, Josh Jacobs, Jaden Reed, and Jaden Daniels, plus 229.63 odds. So, I mean, yeah, it looks like about 68, a little under 68,000 people placed this. So it sounds like a really popular parlay to put on.
Yes, yes, yes. So let's do yeah. So that's a look at your Thursday night game. Let's look at the college football slate and see what and look at let's take a look at the conference winner odds right now. See if there's anything changed in the Big 12.
Oh, it definitely has changed after with the non-con schedule. Things have changed.
Yes. So now Utah is the betting favorite now at plus 400. Texas Tech comes in at plus 490. TCU plus 600. Iowa State plus 700. Baylor at plus 700. And Arizona State at plus 850. So, yeah, I mean, it has changed. So Utah is now the betting favorite. And if they win that game next week against Texas Tech at home, the odds are just going to get better and better for them. So it should be interesting to see how that turns out, Cody.
For sure. And I think I saw what there were some games tonight for college football. I believe there was what was it NC
Yeah,
State Wake Forest.
NC State and Wake Forest. Yeah,
Yeah, we got that
yeah,
tonight, and then also we got to check out some of the Friday night lights as well because obviously the Big 12 is going to have a couple games on Friday.
yeah. We have two. We have okay. That's one. But yes, we have Colorado at Houston, and then we have K State and Arizona, and for Big 12 after dark.
All right. Yeah, Houston is a 3.5 point favorite I hmm. You like that for Houston?
I like it. I like this spot for Houston. Colorado right now is in a source of desperation. They have now turned to their third string quarterback as the starter.
Mhm.
So yeah, Colorado is in desperation mode. Houston had a great showing against Rice last week. I think if they're able to win this week and move to 4-0, I think we may have to put our eyes on Houston because you look down the line. I believe on the 27th. I don't know if you saw, but I believe Houston or um Utah goes down to Houston in a possible undefeated versus undefeated matchup, and Houston probably could be ranked if they win this game. So
Oh,
watch out for the Cougs, but the Cougs are coming, man, with Fritz and them boys.
what's correct? Utah doesn't actually play Houston. They don't play each other. But
Oh, that
Houston,
must have been a typo.
no, but Houston does host Texas Tech on the 4th of October.
That's oh baby.
Oh God! If both Texas Tech and Houston are undefeated heading to that, that's going to be nuts. And then obviously Kansas State, Arizona looking to obviously be 3-0 heading into their bye week, and Kansas State just looking to just go 2-2 and get some sort of momentum heading to their bye week before their schedule. So this one's going to be really fun. This is going to be some fun Friday night lights here down in Tucson.
Sure is. It sure is, man. All right, man. Do you have any closing thoughts for the pod or anything that you wanted to talk about before we let it
Oh,
go?
yeah. Oh, I don't know if you saw, but on Tuesday, Big Monday is it's back for the Big 12, and Iowa State has 2 of those games. And for the first time since 2017, I believe, ESPN's Big Monday is heading back to Hilton Coliseum.
Yes, if you would like to share that with us, that'd be great.
Yep, yep. So let's see here. Let's take a look at my screen here. Yep. So the ACC and the Big 12 are going to have some Big Monday matchups here. I don't know if you see it. I could put it on, or am I going crazy?
Oh, sure. No, I gotta add it to the stage. Here we go.
Okay, yeah. So ESPN's Big Monday matchups are back to the Big 12. Iowa State is featured in 2 of them, but you also see some of the other matchups here for Big Monday. January 26th, the Arizona Wildcats will travel to the Marriott Center to take on the BYU Cougars.
That's
February
gonna be an
2nd.
insane matchup. I can't wait for that.
Yeah,
That's
that's going
gonna
to be.
be
Yep.
at the Marriott Center. Yeah.
Okay, then you got on February 2nd, Kansas will travel to Lubbock to take on the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Ooh.
On February 9th, you have the Arizona Wildcats once again on the road, but they will be traveling to Allen Fieldhouse to take on the Kansas Jayhawks. And
Nice,
then,
nice, nice.
yep. And then for your Iowa State Cyclones, Iowa State gets to host Houston on February 16th.
That is gonna be an insane game.
Oh,
Especially
it's gonna.
especially if Houston comes into that game undefeated in conference.
Oh, or if they only have one loss, because who knows what's going to happen in Big 12. We haven't even seen the rest of the Big 12 conference to play. But good God.
That's true.
Yeah. February 23rd, Houston will be on the road to take on Kansas at Allen Fieldhouse. And then March 2nd, Iowa State will get an opportunity to exercise some demons as they go down to Tucson to take on the Arizona Wildcats March 2nd.
We need to win that game, bro.
Yeah,
We
I
need
know.
to win that
Yeah,
game.
I know Caleb Love isn't there, but I think we just need our pound of flesh. We need to get our pound of flesh.
Yes, we need our pound of flesh. We need to get our leg back, whatever you call it.
Yep.
But yeah, this Big Monday is insane.
Yeah, and there's more. I mean, we got the ACC as well. If we can take a look at some of the national things, so the ACC will also have Big Monday. I mean, you can look at number 7, Louisville. Well, and these are all like preseason rankings, so the rankings don't come out. But Louisville travels came in the door to take on the Duke Blue Devils. Got Syracuse traveling to North Carolina. NC State will travel to Louisville. Syracuse at Cameron Indoor. Louisville at North Carolina. And then Duke at NC State. So some pretty good. So these are some really good. I'd say these are some really good Big Monday matches. And this gets me. I know we're still in the private college football season, but this is getting me ready for college basketball season, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so Hey, maybe once it gets to that, maybe one of these other bye weeks at the end, we'll have to do like a little college basketball preview. So, until then, thank you guys for joining us on the Believe in Iowa State podcast today. For listening to our preview show with Arkansas State. Some programming news. For next week's show, we're gonna have our reaction show on Sunday as usual. Thursday, we're going to have a special guest. So I will announce that next week. Tune in to find out and make sure to pay attention to all of our social media to find out who the guest is. But with that, um, follow us on social media: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. And since we are on Twitter most of the time, follow me on Twitter at SciTi Guy. Follow Cody at Matt Campbell. So yes, that is the show. So for Tyler Carter,
And for Cody Vinciulum,
this is the Believe in Iowa State podcast. Roll clones, baby.
go Cyclones.